Good morning, everybody. I'm just fixing up my what I need to do so we don't get trolls, and I'll be right there. Okay. Kind of a pain to do this all the time, but it is what it is. Um, make sure it's not going over here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good morning. Welcome, welcome. Hope everybody's day is going good so far. Mine is so far so good. Um, I was thinking today's, you know, craft day or do whatever you want day. It doesn't matter day, right? Anyway, I'm gonna work on my diamond art. A little snowman looking dude. It's more or less, I don't know, maybe you could call it winter, or maybe you can call it Christmas, or whatever you do. I'm missing my diamond art here. So I'll never be able to get that back in this little tiny package. So for those of you that like diamond art, there we go. Wait, which way does he go? Yeah, that way. Not very big, but lots of colors. I dropped the doohickey thing here. Yeah, I don't like the wax that comes with these things, so I have this wax here. Okay, lasts a lot longer, goes a lot further. I think I got like 8 of them for $4, something like that. Hi, Charlotte. How are you? Hope everything's going good for you. You do diamond art, Charlotte, or no? Some people do and some don't. Um, you like my little snowman? What I'm gonna work on today. Uh, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 22. 22 different colors on this. Can you believe it? 22. So it doesn't look like I can put them back once I open them. So um, I have to find one. I know I got one extra that I didn't use yet that I can put these in. Um, container thing with. So, um, because these are you want to make sure that once you open them, that you either use them all up or there's not much white here. Hmm. So you either use them all up or you find a container to keep them in. I have one here under my okay, this container over here, but I don't remember. I can dump this out and put it in with the others that I have over here. Extra with the diamond art. I think you call it extra diamonds. I don't know. Is this it? No, that's not it. I know it's in my. Well, it's okay. I'll put them in here. But at least I have a container for it, right? So, how's your day going, Charlotte? Hope everything's going good for you. It was up like that. Yeah, I don't think you guys want to see me do all this boring stuff. There's some white. Maybe I'll save that for because you never know, you might need it, right? Because I have no idea what the ones I've already finished, so we're good. And I don't even know why I'm keeping this, but you never know. You might need it. So I'm saving the white in case they didn't give me enough. You just pour it all nice and neat in this little bag here. Because you always, always, always have leftover diamonds. You very rarely use the whole entire diamonds. I'm fine. Hope you are. I'm sorry about the rude comment you got. Oh, thank you so much, Charlotte. That makes me feel. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, you know how people are. Yeah, you just never know. I'm gonna hang on to this white one. Gladys will be joining me shortly. I hope. I'm not sure, but I hope so. Okay, this one's kind of empty. All that's left is this number. Want to order some more Christmas things? Oh, you're so sweet, Sharp. You're so sweet. I wish everyone was like you. The world would be a better place, you know? It really would. Uh-oh, one of the numbers went flying off. I got it. Okay. They're all dumped in here. See, not a lot left, considering there was a whole bunch to start with, right? Okay. Now, I have these 22 here, okay, so that I can work on this snowman. Now, if you like, I can show you what I'm doing and go to the um, chat over here, which I think I'll do that way because it's just easier. Is Laura Lynn still on? Yeah, she is. And they say hello. Give her a thumbs up. Okay, I didn't hear what you said. I said the world would be a better place if there were more people in it like you. That's what I said. And then I said, do you want me to show you what I'm doing here? I can, put down the computer and show you. I'm going to put these in the individual um, containers here. I have these here, these containers. Okay. These like 4. I need 22, so 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 22. I have plenty. I think they give you enough for 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 28 of them. Grab my scissors. Okay, where do you open it? There we go. They're usually all folded up like in groups of 4 here, and I'm guessing that's how this one is too. And we got 2 extra here. That's 21, 22. And then yeah, just one long line of these. But because this one doesn't close itself back up, that's why I have to go through, and this is going to take a while. Okay, open up my little container. First 4. And I try to cut off the number if I could put it in there with it so I don't get confused and I know what number it is. So cut right here. I'll show you what I mean. But first, let me dump it. I want to be very careful. It's like dumping a funnel, because you don't want to spill any of it, right? Whoops. Okay, now I have the number 1. Hi, Lisa. How are you? So I'm going to use the number 1 and cut some of this because I don't really need all of it. I just need the number. And it says number 6. Okay, hold on. What happened here? What happened to number 1? Well, they're all messed up.
Hi, I popped in.
Hi, Gladys. Good to see you. This is all messed up. Okay.
You probably thought where I was. Huh?
You're good. Stuff happens.
Well, I had to run the Swiffer in here.
Swiffer, does that thing really work, the Swiffer?
Yeah, works on hardwood floors. Wanted to make sure to get the cat hair.
There you go. Yeah,
Hi,
I'm just
Lana.
saying.
Hi, Charlotte.
Hi, Lana. Welcome, welcome. Aw, thanks, Charlotte. Okay, so I'm just cutting open this diamond.
Which one are you doing?
I'm doing a um that one.
No, snowman, huh?
Yeah. It reminds me of Christmas and everything. So, and we do have snow here, which I never did in SoCal. But we have it here, and I'm very grateful for that. And we don't have the packages don't close, so I have to do it the hard way. Some of these packages are cheap.
Lana says I bought a couple new ones for myself for my birthday.
The 5D? See, this is not a 5D. This is just a regular diamond earth. I'd love to do a 5D one. I'd like to try that out. See what it's like.
And she says, like, I need more.
I know. Couldn't agree with you more. But they're so fun and they're so addicting. There's two. Two. I should cut these off and then do it. Be easier. I'm doing it the hard way, like everything else in my life. I do it the hard way. Okay. Have you ever done any of these class?
No,
No. They're fun.
I don't even have one.
Huh?
So I don't even have one.
They're not expensive. That's the good thing about them. They're not expensive. I mean, you can get them for as low as $1.99. I need to get some more of the Christmas candy cane and all that stuff. Because I want to hang them in here at Christmas time in my room. But for now, that Mr. Snowman will do. Well,
Lana
this
says
one has
I
a lot.
she says I've got about 150 at home to do yet. I've
Was
done
that all?
I've done over 50 so far.
Yeah, I've done a whole bunch myself. Um, Only 150, huh? Wow. No, I don't have that many. And cut this open. Now, do you have containers for all of those? Like something to put them in, like this right here. Like this, Lana. Do you have one of these? Because that's what I'm doing right now. And trying not to cut my hair at the same time. A bunch of big ones. I have a biggest one I have is my dolphin. And I don't remember what size that is. But that's the biggest I got. One, two. And I don't like the wax that comes with it. I do not like that. So I got my gotta love the ones that stick to the paper. So I have one of these, and one of these goes a long ways. That's the wax. But because I can reseal it, of all these, I just have the number. Number 3 and 4. I'm gonna write what these are in here so I can keep track because now I'm getting a lot of these containers. Some of them are done, some of them are not. And well, you just want to keep track of what you're doing, right? Okay, here's the first 4. Okay, first 4. Now, um, you have black tack also, but not happy with that either. Charlotte, traveling to Birmingham to get Joe's pacemaker checked. Okay, be careful out there. Have a good time, okay? And drive carefully and watch out for other people. There are a bunch of crazies out there these days. I have multiple containers. I also put stones in 2x3 Ziploc bags until I'm ready to actually. Yeah, I've done that before also in a Ziploc because, tell you the truth, I didn't think I'd even go through all of these that I have right now. And here I am. So it's 8. I'm looking for number 5. 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, no, not 11. 5, 22, no. Okay, what happened to 5? Here it is. 5, 6, 7. 7 might be on the ground here. 1 fell. No, nope, that's not it. Where is it? Under my foot. Um, Thank you. Traffic is terrible. I don't know why they pull over and let us pass. I know. Ilana, I've also bought a set of every color bead they make. One bag. Each. I didn't do that. Simply because I lost money. I wanted to. I really did, so that I had extras. But and I know they're not that expensive. I guess I can go to Temu and get some, but okay, so 5, 5. No, that's 6. 5, 5. There we go. 5. 5's like a deep purple. It's a pretty color. And don't, Charlotte. Okay. Yeah, the traffic is horrific, and it doesn't matter where you live these days, unless you live in the, desolated areas where there's nobody around. But if you're in the city, like we are, I would love to live in desolated areas. I think it'd be so cool. Get over there. I think more of this color landed on my mat than in a container. That's okay. Nothing I can't fix. Okay. Okay, this is number 5. Get off of there. Charlotte said, "Thank you, Lana." Yeah, and 2, unless you're out there at midnight or whatever, the traffic is going to be pretty bad. Pretty bad. I was happy that I was working these good hours and missing the traffic because I used to drive 56 miles one way to get to work. And the last thing I wanted to do was get stuck on the freeway, right? It happened to me once, and I was on there for 5 hours. Okay, goodbye, Charlotte. Have a good day. Thank you for coming. And that 5 hour, what happened to be my birthday, everybody was waiting for me to come home from work so we can go out to dinner. Well, one of those things, right? I said I never want to get stuck in that kind of traffic again, ever. I don't think I ever have. Once I get done with all this, I can start right away. It's a matter of doing this has to be done. Move up a little bit. Okay, number 8. I don't know the colors. Because I haven't looked at the chart. All of them come with a chart on them, so you can, just keep track of what you're doing by following the chart if you want.
Bye, Charlotte.
Which I'll share with you here.
I'll catch you all later. Gotta go.
Okay. As I said, be careful out there. Okay, next group of is done. Now I gotta find 9, 10, 11, and 12. Got too close. Ramming my knee. Okay, 9. Now here's 11. 12. 9 and 10. Okay, come on. Now 16. Go this way. There's 10. And where's 9? The last one, of course. You all know how that goes, right? Okay. Need another container. These don't have very many in them, so I'm going to show you guys stuff. Here. Um, okay. These are the little bags. Okay. This is what I'm going to use. The blue kind of blended in, huh? But be very careful because your pieces can go flying right here. So I'll get them and put them back in. Not a big deal. Better if I do it right-handed because I'm not a lefty. So okay. What was that?
That was my phone.
I jumped.
I had the volume turned up when I was listening to
Oh,
YouTube earlier.
Yeah, it just made me jump a little bit. Okay, here's the number 9, right in here. This is just easier for me that I can keep track of, I can keep track of them and know which colors are which because some of them look identical, but in reality, they're not. So 9, is that 10? 10, 9, 10. Okay, make kind of open it up, make kind of a funnel so that you have control, not that way it doesn't go flying out. I'm just saying. See? And push it down. Okay. And there we go. Okay, 11, 12, 11. Make it a funnel and pour it in there. Some of us getting caught on the sides, but hello? Yep, this is Kathy. I'm good. I have a question. Um, have you guys build anything yet? Oh, okay, so you guys haven't. Okay. If something should happen to my bank card, would you let me know because I'm not sure if that's still the good one. Yep, that's the one that it should be, but I'm not sure if that's the one they're gonna do. Did that make sense? Okay, that sounds great. So they're gonna be shipping out when? Okay, sounds sounds okay. Thank you. No, that's all I really needed to know because it hadn't happened yet, and I was just curious. Right, right. Okay. Oh, by the way, I was live. You might come through on my live, just so you know. Okay. Okay. Have a great day. Okay. Bye bye. Okay. I was wondering why we hadn't been billed yet for it. We should have been already. So And I forgot that I placed a call. All right, so there's the 12, which wasn't that much, and it was almost like a white colored. I don't know. Okay, now I need there's some white here. Okay, some 13, 14, and 15. 13. Okay, here's 14. 15, 13. That's 21, 13. Okay. All right. That sure is quiet. Okay, making that funnel. Okay. The only one is, well, I guess you can do it on all of them, but I was going to say when there's a lot in there, make the funnel, but you should get in the habit of doing it to all of them. That way you have all, you know. Okay. I lost some over next door. Oops. Okay, so this is 13. And 14. Wait, this 13 up here. I'm gonna dump those out. Here's a couple of 13s. What happens? Wow. Okay. Dump them in. Okay. 14. Not sure what all this coal black is going to be used for, but we'll find out, won't we? No, wait, this one gets closed. This one gets open. Wait a minute. Come on, come out. Okay. Always have to transfer to my right hand. Always. Okay, so this was 14. Is Laura Lynn still going?
I don't know.
You know? Okay. 14. Okay, 15. Wait, there's one in there. Okay, never mind. 15, 16, 17. I kept all the whites from it from previous ones that I'd already done. So 15, 16, 70. There we go, right now, right in a row. I love it. 15, 15, 15. Believe me, it's time consuming to do all this, but in the end, you'll be glad you did. Yes. Well, this one has quite a bit. This one might take up two of them, which is fine. Have extra room.
Lana said she was when I left.
Okay, thank you, Lana. Thank you. I know she went into overtime today, which is okay. I mean, after all, it is Laura Lynn, right? Okay, so I did have to use two of my little containers here for that because there was so much. Okay. Okay, so 17, 18, and 19.
Yeah, I'm canceling her live today. She'll be on tomorrow.
Who is
Ellen,
Ellen? Okay. How's she doing okay?
she says said something on YouTube. In a lot of pain today. Keep falling asleep.
Oh, well, hugs and prayers for me.
She wasn't on. She typed something on YouTube.
Yeah, I know. I still say hugs and prayers for me.
Yeah.
Just in case she lays down and watches us for any, any length of time. Oh, there's one stuck in there. Come on, out, out. It sounds like I'm talking to Chase. Out. Okay, 17, 18. See, once you get going, it goes pretty quick. Once you get started. Eighteen, 18, 19. Oh, just about four more to go. Counting this one. 19. Looks like split. Okay, I got a couple here that don't want to cooperate here, so let me do it like that. Okay, 19. Now, after this, I only have 20, 21, 22. 20, 20 is a pretty blue. I like it. Lon, are you still here? I have a question. My room here used to be vacuumed desperately. Okay, 20, now 21 and 22. This is 21. And I think they're going to have to take separate containers. That's it. Then I have the extra. I'm throwing them all around. Jeez. Come on, go down. Yeah, definitely taking up two.
She says, ask away.
What kind of wax do you use for these? I mean, do you use the one that comes with it, or do you use another kind? 21. Plus one, yay! 22. It's upside down. Oops, I forgot to open them. Yeah. And 22. They're done. D-O-N-E, done.
She says, I've tried 4 different kinds of wax. I like the one that comes with it best so far. And then she says, Kathy, if you personal PM me with Zoom info, I'll join you.
Oh, okay, that sounds good. All
So
right, I'm
send
not
her,
going to open
send her the numbers.
personal Zoom. Okay. Um, every diamond art you buy, everyone, I should send some of these to Gladys. That way she'll have them. But everyone you buy, you get one of these. It's like a kit. It's your tray. This is your wax, and there's a couple of baggies in there that you can put some of your diamonds in. And uh, I don't know what would you call that? A diamond art pen thing? I don't know. But I don't use the paint. I
Send her,
use
send her the numbers. That's what she's trying to tell you.
oh to come on.
Yes.
Oh,
She
sorry,
said,
Lana. I was all
she said,
involved
I'll
in
join
this.
you.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, the numbers are, and let me find her first in my messenger. Uh, Color me slow, right? Okay, let me go to okay, and passcode. Okay, Lana. It's in the messenger. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go up for a minute. Um, okay, where's my pen? Okay. I prefer to use this one. It has like a grip for your fingers and all that, and still has the same point. And this is to straighten them all out as you're doing them, if you'd like. So that's the one I prefer. And here's a tray, and here's a wax that I've already been using. Okay, so I'm going to set these aside over here for it. I know where they go, and I'm going to look at my snowman and ask myself, where should I start? I know where they go. I'm going to look at my at the bottom.
Can you hear me?
No,
Yes, Lana. Hi, Lana.
I can hear you. Hi,
Hi.
Lana.
Hi.
And ask myself,
Okay.
okay,
So
I know where they go. I can't
got-
see you.
Here,
There we go. At the bottom.
I've got my diamond art kit.
echoing some.
Okay, can you turn down your
Hi.
YouTube side.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a sec.
Okay. I can't see you.
Is that better?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Then I go to Hobby Lobby and I buy these jewelry, usually 2 by 3 inch Ziploc bags. And I put my stones in here, and at Walmart, I buy these little tabs and I write the number on the tab and I stick it on here. When I'm ready to, that's what I call kitting up. When I'm ready to actually work on it, I either do it from these bags or I have the ones like you've got, those little boxes like you've got, or I have the bigger that's got the 30 round screw top tubes, or 60 in the zipper carry case, or I go to Walmart and in the jewelry section they have the little flat clear boxes that have those little tubes in them, and I put them in there and label the top of it with the color, and then I work out of that. The different, I bought a pen for diamond art and it's got like a gray colored glue stuff in it, and to me that sticks, that doesn't let go of it. It's like a tacky and it doesn't let go. And I've got a white color one and I've got blue tack, because a lot of people say the blue tack works the best for them because it doesn't come off and it sticks, it hangs on to them. But I usually use the stuff that comes with it, the pink, but I've also bought a blue one and I've bought a purple that come in the little containers.
Like this?
Yeah, I've got purple and I've also got blue, that color. I mean, like that. Yeah.
I like this because it keeps it moist.
Well, you can buy, I've got macaroons that you can just put those pink, you can just take that, mush it in and push it down in there and you can buy empty containers and fill them up with your glue that comes with it, and that'll help keep it moist too.
That's a good idea because I got a ton of these little orange things, these floating around.
Yeah, yeah, the pink. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I've got, oh, and I've bought the extra stuff where I've gotten 50 of those squares or rectangles, and it's like, when I go to do one of these, I haven't even opened this yet. Let me see about opening this. When I go to do one of these, I could probably out of that one little square do, this is a 12 by 16 or a 30 by 40 centimeter. I could probably do 6 to 10 easily out of what they sent. This is a rectangle. They've got this stuck to this. I don't know why they did
It's
that.
probably been there for a while.
Well, I don't know why they think they had to stick the set. I've got a ton of these sets too. This one comes with a rectangle like you have,
Uh-huh.
but this is moldable. I mean, it's pliable, so you can just fold it over, squish it down into one of those containers, and just seal it up, and it'll keep it moist. But sometimes you only get a little square like that. I can easily do 5 off of that one little square, but a lot of mine might take more than this because I've got a coffee table that's at least, it's a little over 3 feet long and 2 feet wide. And one of mine that I've got over halfway done is, it fits exactly on the top of my coffee table. It's 2 feet wide by 3 feet long.
What is it? What design?
It's got a cottage, and then it's got a bridge here, and then it's got a covered bridge here, and it's got a stream running through, and it's got flowers, and I mean, it's a English countryside kind of. But I've got great big ones. I've got great big eagle ones. They're 60 by 90 centimeters or bigger. Yeah, I've got great big ones, but you know me, I like the challenge.
Yep. Yep. That I know. Yep.
Yeah. It's like I'm
Have you ever finished one of those big ones? We lost the sound. No
oh,
sound.
I'm just,
There we go.
this is
Showing your
needle
tag.
this is needle tatted with beads. Making mug rugs, and I've got some wooden beads on some, and uh
Oh wow.
this is the one I'm working on right now.
I like it.
I'm also doing bookmarks in Battenberg lace.
That's pretty. She also does weaving and other
Yeah,
stuff.
except for my loom. I do have a couple of my drop spindles here, but I don't have my weaving loom here. I have uh one of my inkle looms here. I don't have my rigid heddle looms here. I don't
Look at
have my
that.
spinning wheel here. I have my drop spindles so I can do thread. I mean, real fine thread size. The
Hi,
favorite,
Nancy.
the
Nancy's here.
favorite boat. These are called boats. The favorite boat I have is this one. And that's in comparison to the green ones that they send you. This I got in one of those zipper case. It's either got 30 or 60 of the little round tubes, and they're stuck in little foam.
Oh, okay.
And it zips shut, but it came with the whole set. It came with the little tool to help straighten it, and it came with this, and it came with tweezers, and it came with a bunch of different, came with stickers, and but anyways.
How long have you been crafting?
Since I was 8, off and
Oh,
on.
wow.
Oh yeah, I was doing stamped cross stitch when I was 8 years old.
Oh, wow. That's
Mom
impressive.
said I've always had to have, even when I'm in the car, I always have to have something in my hands to keep me busy. I guess that's the ADHD or AD whatever, but I've never outgrown that. You haven't seen my progress on my mom's Heaven and Earth design cross stitch that I'm doing. This is 350,000 stitches in the pattern.
350,000?
And this is 26,000 stitches so far. I'm working on it. There's a cardinal right there. There's a blackbird right there. That sunflower right here has over 1,200 stitches in it. This will be solid when it's done. And this is just a small part of it. These are the handles of a shovel and a hoe and stuff like that. This is a ladder. And of course, all the different flowers. This is a wheel. And then right beside the wheel, I'm just starting to work on it, getting just a little bit of it in, is a fox. That's the start of a fox right there. But it's got all different animals in it and stuff like that. But I've got over 26,000 stitches in on that one now. I have another one, Heaven and Earth design, I was working on. This is the garden gate, and I have My Secret Garden. Oh, and here's, I'll show you here. This one is max colors. So there's like 238 or 248 different DMC floss colors in this one. Got another one I'm working on. It's a mini. It's only got 99,750 stitches in. It's called My Secret Garden. It's like the bookshelf, and it's all different garden stuff, but I had almost 4,000 stitches in, and I decided to restart it. Well, I'm like 30, almost 3,500 stitches are already.
How do you know how many stitches are in them?
I have 2 different patterns on this, my iPad that my brother bought me for Christmas. I've got Markup RXP, and then on my phone, on my Android phone, I have one called Pattern Keeper, and it tells you, it imports the PDF file and tells you how many stitches are in it, and you can mark the stitches you do. If you want to park a thread and pick it up later, you can park it in whichever corner, and it has a way for you to mark that so you know exactly where you are with what color. It tells you what color you're working on.
Oh, wow.
This redo that I started only has, I did the color expansion, which has 150 colors in, but here's some of my colors. and I braid them and drop them when I try to take them off the hook.
How's your day going,
is-
Nancy?
This is the secret garden.
That reminds me of the Stephen King Secret Window, Secret Garden. Oh,
This is the garden gate. This one's got the 200 and some odd colors. And I take 3 threads and I braid them together. This thing is solid. I mean, like solid. I have several patterns in the works, several projects going here. And then I've got my my seasons, which I bought the paper pattern for 20 years ago. I've gotten that transferred over onto Pattern Keeper. And my floss for that I bought way back when, and of course now they've changed all the DMC colors, but I've got it in one of these. So if I run out of this, I'm kind of screwed, glued, and tattooed, but I bought whatever they said that I needed back then. So hopefully I have enough to finish it. And this is like 9,000 stitches or something in this. And this is still one season, just the corner and down one side of one season. But those are flowers and stuff that are in there. It's just, I get tired of the grays. And then I decided, because I'm doing Battenberg lace, I crocheted me some bobbin holders to put my bobbins in to keep them from getting all tangled up. Mom and I just went a week ago and we bought beads and wire, and I bought some doll clothespin type bobbins in the unworked wood section. And what I'm going to use those for Battenberg lace as well. But I have one project that calls for 96 pair. So I need 192 bobbins, and they only come like in 30 or 42 a pack. So I'm just picking up little by little, but the bobbins I've got going now on the project I'm working on. I've got a mark, but I'm going to put spangles, beaded beads on wire through. I'm going to drill a hole through all my bobbins, and I'm going to got crimping beads and stuff to crimp it on so that it gives it some weight to keep the knots tight. That's all Battenberg laces or bobbin laces, is just a bunch of different knots stuck around pins. Like I can show you what I'm working on so far. Let me see if I can turn this around. I'm not real sure about the iPad.
So you're at your mom's right now, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
okay, yeah. Most of your stuff's at your house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see, I'll have to do it this way. Trying to. And then the bobbins, I've got
wow. Look at that. Is there anything you cannot do?
I'm not real good with acrylics. I love oils. Like Bob Ross's wet on wet technique is my favorite. I do some watercolor. Last time I did watercolor, the paper had a bacteria in it, is what another customer told me. Is that's all they could figure out what was wrong, because the paper burst underneath the paints. When the next morning it was just burst all over, and I haven't tried using that pad of paper since. I'll buy, and it was a cold press. I don't know.
You know,
Name something, I'll tell you if I can do it. I've
So
done
in-
ceramics, I've done crewel, I've done embroidery, I've done cross stitch, I've done plastic canvas, I knit, I crochet.
needlepoint,
Oh yeah,
embroidery, yeah.
yeah.
Sewing Sensations by Shady Susan. She does the she had a rooster. It was wooden and it was many pieces to it for the watercoloring thing. I've never seen anything like that. Do you know what I'm talking about? She uses a color pencil and then she paints. She gets the paintbrush wet and brushes.
Huh.
Have you done that?
I don't think so. I haven't seen that.
Okay, you have like 6 different pieces. She just, a whole bunch of pieces to this rooster, right?
Right.
And you start off with one, and then you put on the next one, and you do the next one, and third one, and all that. And you take your colored pencil, and then you get a paintbrush, and you get it wet, and you kind of color in the.
No, I haven't done anything like that. I do Zentangle, I do Battenberg lace, cross stitch. I've done latch hook rug. Uh,
Diamond
I
art.
sew. I've sewn my own clothes. I've got a quilt going right now. Thimbleberry by Thimbleberries. It's called Meadow Lily. I make my own project bags. And, like, this is an accessory bag I made. And
It takes a second for.
the material matches my, it's got a zipper. I've got it full. It's got a zipper. And I just have it full of my needles and stuff that's a needle book. I'm actually making another needle book. I wanted a bigger needle book, and I'm trying to figure out the design on a bigger one, because a bunch of I do jewelry making and Indian bead work, loom work and stuff, but a bunch of my needles comes in these long tubes. My needle threading, my jewelry needles, yarn or thread needles. I've done Battenberg lace for embellishments, but this is my outside of my needle book I'm doing so far. Got a couple buttons on there. I've done the actual quilting on what I'm going to do and stuck it all down. This I haven't stuck down yet. And this I just got done making. And this is going to go across the bottom of this one.
That's cute.
I'm just trying to figure out how I want to finish embellishing it. And then the inside, I'm gonna put, it's gonna have fabric, but I'm gonna put pockets on both sides before I put in the felt for the pages to stick my needles through. But this has just been a hand thing I'm doing. And then my hexi quilt, Mom and I've been doing a solo hand hexi quilt. I'll take you out and show you that.
Wow, what size are the hexagons?
I'm trying to remember if they finished 3/4 of an inch or 1 inch.
That's small. And I'm working on some hexies myself. And yo-yos, do you do yo-yos?
I have, and that's something I want to do. We decided Joe started designing this and mom has helped me.
Oh, look at that. Yeah. Hexie within a hexie.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like the grandmother's flower garden, and this is like grandmother's flower garden, and then we put borders around them, and yeah.
That's beautiful, Anna. Wow.
And this is some of my meadow lily. Show you the pattern for meadow lily. This I cut out 10 or 11 years ago, and I started sewing it, but she had made me one of those frogs like Donna Jordan has, that it's repositionable and you can do a pin cushion out of it or set it on a shelf for decoration or whatever. And she made mine out of purple. I've got mine at my house, but she made the fabric to cut her one out, and she likes green, so she did hers out of green. And she found her fabric the other day, and I had started sewing together my meadow lily quilt, and she decided she wanted to make a tote, and she's got enough fabric left over to make an accessory bag to match, and we've got the vinyl here and stuff. So I cut her off some of my soft and stable that I have over here, and she hand stitched her quilting on hers. She just finished that day before yesterday or night before last.
Wow, that's awesome that she's into that kind of stuff too.
Well, she's done quilts too. I got her into quilting.
See, I can't get anybody in my family into quilting. Nobody.
Well, I don't just do quilting. These are mug rugs, basically. Let me show you the difference. This is the Aunt Lydia's size 10 crochet thread with wooden beads. And my brother saw my mom's. I did my mom one for Mother's Day, and my brother saw it and wanted it. He said, "That's mine." I said, "No, that's mom's. I'll make you your own." So I've got to see which one of those two he wants. I crocheted one. And then this is needle tatted. And then I showed you mine. That's needle tatted, the purple with the variegated light colors. But then I got a size 40. Now I haven't tucked the threads in yet, but that's the same exact inside pattern as the black that's here. That's the exact same pattern, but look at the size difference.
Oh, wow.
And then I did 2 of those. I figured we could use these on embellishments for our slow stitching, like for our needle books and stuff. That's the same size as that. But then I got size 80 thread as well, and it's like sewing machine size thread. This exact same pattern. Here's the 40, here's the 80. Let me get a hold of it.
Now, does it make a big difference if you know, let's say you wanted to use the same needle throughout everything you do? Does it
You
make a big
can't.
difference?
You can't.
No?
You can't. Uh, there's 4 different needle sizes. This is what I'm doing right now with the green and black is a size 5 needle.
Okay.
And this is a tatting needle. But I just started a doily that uses a smaller size. I think this is a 7. And this is size 30 thread. And I've got 4 rings and 2 chains done so far. And this is the size of it.
How did you learn how to do all this?
Taught myself.
Oh, you taught self-taught?
Now, YouTube has helped me with the needle tatting, but I do have a book that came with the needles when I worked at Michael's many years ago. I bought and the book with the needles. I started working on that then. I made a couple medallions and some lace with that. I also have, I'm working a shuttle tat as well. It's basically the same thing. And this is a size 40, I believe. This is a size 40 thread, but it uses a shuttle. And the way you stitch it, I mean, the way you work it and make the knots is a little different than the needle. I think, yeah, this one's on a shuttle too. I was running out of thread and I've got some, I didn't want to take it off the ball because I need it on the yarn, I need it on this, but I'm making a doily. But I found some shuttles that I had pre-wound because I'm just short from here to here.
Oh no.
I've got to do this. But I'm making a doily here.
Very pretty. I like the color.
Thank you. It's called Current.
Current.
I bought this at Hobby Lobby. This one's called Current.
You know, I've never been to a Hobby Lobby. I know. I have never been to a Hobby Lobby.
They have beautiful 5D diamonds. They're starting to get better with carrying their 5D diamonds.
Are they expensive?
I hate that they took away, they run a lot of sales. Like when I walked in to get my beads and wire and stuff, and crimping beads.
IKs.
Actually, they had 50% off the beads. I mean, I hit it at, everything
just the right time.
Everything was discounted, 30 or 50% off. And most of what I got was 50% off. So I saved like over $50 or better. Big time.
I've heard, this is what I heard. I heard that every other week, like one week the yarn's on sale, next week the fabric.
I don't
And
know because I've
every other
got
week.
so much fabric from, so yeah, I don't buy fabric much unless I need it specifically for something. I go to Joann's when they have their 60% off. If I can catch it 60% off, I'll go and I'll buy a bolt of muslin.
Mhm.
I like the natural or the tea dyed muslin.
I need some white muslin. A lot of
I
it.
buy, I try to buy the 118 to 120 inch wide, but sometimes I'll buy the 108 to 110 inch wide. Uh, every now and then, the tea dyed, I have to get the 90 inch wide stuff because they don't necessarily have it all the time in the wider width. But yeah, and I've bought white muslin, but I just go in and I buy it by the bolt. Or if I need batting, I'll buy, when they have their batting where I can use a coupon and get like 60% off, I'll buy a
That's
brand
the
new
way to do it,
whole
right?
big, huge roll of batting.
Hi, Brenda. Welcome. Batting has got so expensive. Oh my God.
How do I see the
Chat.
yeah.
I don't know. It's on YouTube and it's on Zoom.
Yeah, I know I'm on Zoom, but how do I turn on the chat? Oh, well, I can't read through your curtains. Turn on something center stage. No.
It would be a live chat.
Yeah, I'm trying to more.
Does anybody here have any questions for Lana? I mean, she's very, very knowledgeable in a lot of stuff. Ask away while she's trying to figure out how to come on.
I'm not seeing where I can turn on chat. How can I monitor people
Look
if I
down,
can't?
look down at the bottom. See what it says.
No, my stuff is up at the top.
Okay, at the top.
Participants 3. No.
Yeah, I can't help you because I'm the host. Mine's different.
Yeah, mine's on an iPad, and like I said, I'm still trying to learn the iPad.
Hi, Loretta.
Hi, Loretta. You just got on? Well, how you doing? We're just talking about different crafts and things that
Oh, I can just
like
put it
diamond
back on
art.
my phone and turn down my volume.
There you go. Like the diamond art and the, crocheting and all that stuff. This is Lana Price. She is awesome in doing, oh, she knows how to do so many things. I mean, way, way more than I do. So that's why I was asking if you guys have any questions for her. She does practically everything you can think of, including quilting and sewing. So it's not just about the crafts, but seriously, guys, don't be afraid to ask her. Okay.
No, I'll answer any questions that anybody has if I can. If I
Yep.
don't know, I can maybe tell you where to go find the answer.
Remember, no question is a stupid question.
Absolutely not. What I've always said is the only stupid question is the one not asked.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay. Loretta says making placemats. Nice. I don't have a need for placemats simply because there's not a single table
Sure.
in here that we eat on. And hello, Sheer. How are you? Hope all's well. So, and Nancy came in. Hi, Nancy. In case you didn't hear me, welcome, welcome. Um, so yeah, what's the difference in like regular diamond art, which is what I'm doing, versus 5D?
The shape of your stones is the only thing I can think of. Sometimes people just call it diamond art, and sometimes people call it 5D diamond art. Sometimes you have your specialty stones, like they might be marquee shape. They might be pear-shaped. You might have different shapes, but basically to me, I call all of that 5D diamond art. I mean, diamond art's diamond art to me.
Right. That's what I mean,
Your
some of it
stones are
shines, some
flat
of it
on one
does.
side and then faceted on the other, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, that's 5D diamond.
Okay. So some of it shines, some of it doesn't.
Some has the metallic backing, like the silver backing, which makes it shinier on the front. Some is just the flat, clear, opaque, where it's the same color all the way through.
Yeah, if you take one of these, I don't want to take
Yeah,
it
let me look
out.
at my new one. I haven't even looked at
Here's one.
the stone. Oh, hold on, my needle.
See, these aren't shiny. They're just diamond things.
Yeah, they're the opaque.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll get ABs or Aurora Borealis, which has the iridescent color on it. But you don't get a lot of that in the Amazon kits. That's more along the lines of paint with diamonds and stuff like that. Uh, yeah, mine look flat too, Kathy.
Yours is flat too. Okay, Sheer says, I'm doing
Mine
great,
look
and
flat.
how are you, gorgeous ladies? I'm doing fantastic. This is Lana. I've known her for years, except she can only come on certain times because she's taking care of her mother.
Since
So
my dad died, yes,
yeah, her dad passed away
last year.
last year, and
1 year
so
ago, last month.
wow, already
Yeah, the 22nd,
that went fast.
right?
So yeah, she is an expert. She is
No, no, I,
on
I'm
a lot of stuff. Yes, you
I'm a
are.
learner.
You know so
I
much. It's
have
not even
taught.
funny.
I have taught. Yeah, we had my cousin's funeral on the 21st. My dad had been gone the 22nd, and then on the 24th, another one of my cousins, the one that was my age, that was one of our favorites, just dropped over. He was helping a lady from church. He took her a dryer and sat down and asked her to try it to see how it worked. She said it worked beautifully. He said, "That's great. I'm so glad." And he just dropped over dead in her yard. I mean, in her front room.
Oh my gosh, how sad.
But yeah, all that within that week, just days,
Wow.
3 days apart from each other. But yeah, it doesn't seem like it's been a year already, but it has.
I know my dad's been gone 2 years and I can't believe it. It seems like I just talked to him yesterday, you know? Like, where does the time go, right?
And then 2 weeks after my dad died, to the minute, their dog took her last breath. And that's been a year already. And then 20 days before my husband's 5 year heavenly birthday, uh, 20 days before that, I had to, Chloe went in. Yeah, I didn't know you didn't know. Chloe went into liver failure and I had to have her put down. She was my emotional support dog. Joe and I rescued her when we moved out to Cleveland. And when he passed, she became my emotional support dog. But when my dad passed, she moved right by my mom. She would not leave my mom's side. And when my mom had issues, because I stay in my bedroom here, this is the same room that I graduated from high school from. My
Yeah,
same
I'd say
bed
it's
and
your room.
everything. My same bedroom and everything. My same bed, even. But if mom was having issues, she would come in, poke her head in here and turn around and go back out there. And if I wasn't on her heel, she'd turn around and come back in here. And it's like, what's going on? And she'd leave. And if I didn't hop up, she'd come back. And it's like, okay, I'm coming. And she'd take me out to take care of mom.
If okay, Cher says, so sorry about your dad and other ladies, but the good part is that you care about your mom. Lana, I am a
Absolutely.
learner too, but my learning is different than yours. Yeah, he lives in Afghanistan? No,
Pakistan.
Pakistan. I knew it was one Stan.
What are you learning, sure?
I'm
You said
embarrassed.
it's different than mine. What are you learning?
Give him a second to type it.
Oh, yeah, I will. Oh, but I lost you. I'm back.
There we got the chat. Okay, so the whole reason for Lana comes on is I'm doing this Diamond Art Snowman.
I probably have that at home in one of my 150 I have to do yet.
Have you ever gotten anything off of Temu?
No.
Well, let me tell you, they got good stuff for hardly any money.
Well, that's good. I used to do Wish,
I don't do that.
but I stopped doing Wish because, and I got a post office box. I had to pay for one because my mailbox is about a quarter of a mile up the road from my house or whatever, and people were stealing my stuff, and Wish would not do anything. They would not send me another one. They would not reimburse me. They just basically said tough. So I stopped buying from Wish. I loved Wish's stuff, and it was like Temu. It really nice stuff for little or nothing. I've gotten a lot of stuff off of Wish. I probably would like Temu, but I'm kind of
This
scared because of.
no, this snowman right here from it came from Temu. 1 penny.
Are you serious?
I did Christmas at Temu one year. Yeah, I got a really cute snowman long sleeve shirt that I wear, snowman with pink, and that was like $5 at Temu.
That's awesome, Cher.
Yeah, go check it out.
You're doing
Okay,
very well. You're doing good.
learning English and learning how to speak good English and understand English while people are talking. If you can write it like you write, you do really
Yeah,
good.
he's doing awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
that's the big step right there. We know you can do English. You're writing it.
Yeah.
It's easy to talk. Kind of another different story to write it. You know what I mean?
Well, and when you speak a different language, it's difficult to understand.
hmm To people like in Pakistan that speak their language, to us, our language probably sounds like gibberish.
Well, anybody. It's like if you never knew how to speak, no, el comprendo español. If you hear somebody just,
See,
it's like you don't
mucho.
understand them. But if that's all they speak, we sound to
I,
them like they sound to us. They
when I
don't
first,
understand what we're saying either. And they say English is the hardest
yeah,
language to
that's what
learn.
they say. When I used to hear this Mexicans speaking their Spanish, and now I remember when I actually quit a job because of that, because I didn't understand what they were saying. And I said, it's not fair because they speak English. It's different if they don't speak English, right? But they speak English and all this stuff. And so I threw the time card at my boss. I said, I quit. And so then that night he called and said, they'll speak English, blah, blah, blah. So then about a year and a half later, I went to work at another Jack in the Box, and the same girls were there. And they were talking about the younger sister had to go to the clinic and get an abortion so that the mom wouldn't find out she was pregnant and all that stuff. And they were saying it in Spanish, right? All right. So I walked up there and I go, "Oh my God, Julia, what did your mom do?" She goes, "What did my mom do about what?" I go, "About your little sister having to go to the clinic and get an abortion and all that." She goes, "You know what we said?" I go, "Every last word." From then on, they just spoke English.
It's like it's any language. It's like
Mhm.
parlez-vous français?
I don't know what that is.
Je m'excuse. I'm sorry. I said, do you understand or speak French?
No.
It's like I know very little of
You
I
you
used
don't
to
know
be able to
mucho
count to
español?
40. I used to be able to count to 40 in German. My grandfather came over from Germany and with his dad during one of the world wars to fight on this side. And he spoke fluent German as well as English. And I used to be able to count to 40, and now I'm fine try. I can
I
only
speak
count to
Spanish pretty
3.
good.
I
Only
can only
Spanish
count to
and
3.
English.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's it. I used to be able to count.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and so on.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
They, but I didn't take any courses in school.
I did, and I didn't do very well.
Keep it up. Sure, the best way to learn, don't hesitate. The best way to learn is find somebody who can help you, that's patient with you, that can correct you if you make a mistake and tell you how to do it properly. But the only way you're actually going to get comfortable doing it is by actually doing it.
Right.
You have to do it. It's like we don't get good at quilting by just reading how to do it. You make a lot of mistakes once you think you got it and you go to do it. It's like my tatting and my Battenberg lace, no matter what. And I watch many, many hours of YouTube videos. I mean, many hours, multiple times. It's like, okay, I'm ready to do this. And I end up frogging or taking out and redoing. And I'll watch
that's
it
what
again.
happened to me in
The
knitting.
only way to do it is to just do it and keep doing it. You correct your mistakes and keep going forward, move forward.
I've tried knitting over and over and over.
Oh, honey, knitting's easy.
No, it isn't.
Do you crochet?
Yes.
Crochet is difficult. It's just as difficult as knitting. Just as difficult.
But Lana, okay, I can do the casting on. That I can do. But when it comes to this way and taking the thing and going through over here and doing this and doing, that's where I get lost.
Honey, you don't have a hook on the end of your knitting needle, but you're doing the same thing. You're poking through a loop and you're pulling thread through. That's all you're doing with knitting. And that's all you do with crochet. If you've got the tension down with how to hold your yarn with crochet, you've got half the battle won with knitting. I need to get with you. I haven't forgotten. I need to get with you. And it's not as hard as you think. You've got a lot of stitches in crochet. You have your knit stitch, your purl stitch. You've got your yarn over and your cable stitches, which is just basically knit stitch and purl stitch. It's just how you manipulate the stitches. Well, with crochet, you've got your single, your half double, your double crochet, your half treble, your treble crochet, your double treble crochet. You've got so many stitches in crochet, but you can crochet and you say,
I'm doing an Afghan right now, with the single crochet.
oh my God, you don't want to do that in your lifetime, do you?
Hold on. Okay, so sheer. I am much better at reading and writing, but I am hesitant in speaking.
When American and Canadian people speak, I can understand almost 85%, but when Southern UK people speak, I can understand 55%. But when Northern UK people speak, I can understand hardly 25%. It's the accent. You're welcome.
Lana, for your advice.
The accent, and sometimes you have to listen harder with the accents. I know that Brits use the Queen's English. Americans use English, but it's not the Queen's English.
Here you go, Lana.
Then you've got Australians. Oh my God, are you going to finish that in your lifetime?
Yeah, it's almost done. It's pretty. I got more over here that's folded.
Isn't that pretty? I would have done that in a double crochet, not a single.
Well, I figured because I live up here in Washington, it gets kind of cold.
Yeah.
All right, it
gets
gets
going to
cold.
be nice and thick and heavy. And how many skeins have you used already?
Okay, each of these 1, 2, 3, 4.
Each stripe
I'm
is
working
a
on the
skein.
5th. Yeah.
I
So
know. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna be up there. We gotta get together.
I figured, I will get it done.
We've got to see each other while I'm there in Washington.
Susan Yarrow's here.
Oh, hi, Susan. She says, good morning. Went to the Department of Licensing and paid for an enhanced driver's license. We'll get it in plenty of time for my trip next month.
Yay!
Woo! Hi, Mona. Welcome, welcome. And cheer. Yes, I don't either. Yes, their accent is very hard. Also, slang words are hard to understand.
Correct. Yes. Any slang word is difficult to understand if you don't understand the definition of the word.
Right. I mean, you have to,
and then even in English, you've got, I'm sorry, but people from Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana, some, now Honor's not because I talked to her on the phone, but they're difficult to understand because of their accent and their lingo. It's like Okies say y'all, but where I live in Oklahoma, but where I was born in Wisconsin, and you never heard y'all up there. It's you all.
Right.
Well, there were no slurs or slangs, and it's like howdy was not ever heard up there.
But in English, we have a lot of I guess you'd say slang words.
We have a lot of slang words. Ain't.
Yeah,
isn't.
ain't.
Because why is it easier to say ain't than isn't? It's the same meaning. It's just not lazy. Isn't is proper English. Ain't is a slang.
Well, yeah, you really shouldn't say ain't anyways. Susan says, I also purchased the rest of the background fabric for the legendary quilt. Very nice. And she goes, crap, gotta go. Neighbor is here. Oh, sorry,
Hi,
Susan.
bye, Susan.
Come back soon. She doesn't want to go.
For the legendary quilt.
Yeah, legendary quilt. I'm going
to By the way, I need to tell you, they're starting July 1st. Catherine Kerr is starting July 1st with her 365 quilt challenge. It either ends up a 3-inch block or a 6-inch block, and it's a block a day for a year.
I don't have time for that. On July 1st, I'm going to start this one.
It's not a whole quilt. It's a 3-inch block or a 6-inch block.
It'll end up being it at 365 of those blocks. But
yes, it will.
Isn't that pretty?
That is pretty. I love the colors.
Came from Fat Quarter Shop. I'm going to start making this on July 1st. So anybody that wants to do it with me.
I looked it up on Fat Quarter Shop. They don't have any.
They're sold out already.
Well, try Amazon. Okay, and here's the backing.
I love that. Oh, I love that.
See if they have it on Amazon, Gladys. Yeah, isn't it pretty? That's going to be really, really pretty together.
That's going to be very pretty. Oh, and you got the roll of her roll of
triangles and squares.
Yeah, triangles on a roll.
4-inch squares here. There's 2 of them.
That's nice.
So
I love the colors. That's pretty. Yeah. That's going to be so pretty.
Me too. So that's going to be a project. It's however long it takes. So it's not at Fat Quarter Shop?
It's sold out.
Dang, try Amazon or Etsy. Places like that. It can't be sold out everywhere. It just can't. Okay, and then
slang words.
Right, Lana. But I asked about slang words if there's good in chat. He or she teaches me. Hi, Loretta. Oh, Kathy.
If you hear ain't is the same meaning as isn't. Isn't is the proper English. But
You
a
know, like
lot
you
of
say,
people,
it ain't no passing craze. No,
right?
it isn't
It
any
isn't.
passing craze. Not it ain't
It
no,
is
it isn't
not.
any.
It
Right.
is not.
It is not. But we do isn't for, but that's not slang. Isn't slang.
No, it is not. Isn't is the same as is not, but
Right.
it's proper English. Ain't is a slang. They did
Yeah.
put it in the dictionary, but
But it's still.
it never used to be.
And see, Loretta likes that fabric. And then Lorraine's here. You're going to
Lorraine, it
start
doesn't
another
matter
quilt.
how
How
many
many
whips we
do you
have.
have now? A
I
lot.
have
I'm
probably
working on them, Lorraine.
I
I got
have probably 10 or 12 at home that I've got all the blocks done. I've got them all lined up in rows. I just have to sew them together into row. I mean, I have them stacked. I just have to sew them into rows, but I'm not home. I haven't been home but 1 week since
a year ago.
Hi,
no,
Gayla.
no.
Gayla's here.
Day after
Hi, Gayla.
Day after Thanksgiving 2022.
Oh, wow.
Year and a half plus.
You know, what I want to do, Lorraine, this is the whole thing. I want to do a quilt with you guys. Sure, I have blocks and things around here, but I don't really have quilts. I got blocks. That's the
Right,
difference. I can turn those blocks into quilts, but
right.
this is actually a quilt itself that I've had that I want to do. So
A
that's
quilt
why,
kit.
like when I first started on this channel, like I said yesterday, when Jen was recording me, I was doing quilts. And what is the name of that quilt kit? It is called
Still looking finding it.
Painted Meadow quilt kit.
Kathy,
Painted
I
Meadow.
lost my two longest nails. They were half-inch long. I lost them.
Did they come off?
Uh, this one popped off. This one got torn into the quick halfway across, so I was able to work it loose. But
Ow.
it was a 16th or an eighth inch over a half of an inch. But I miss it because I use these nails in my crafting.
Oh, Lorraine, I have about 15 of them that are done in my room. Various trip around the
Um,
world, all kinds of different ones. They're all done. They're in my room.
I made all six of my grandkids for Christmas one year. I started November 1st.
Yep.
We had James and Laura and the babies had our Christmas on January 12th that year. And between November 1st and January 12th, I've got all of theirs done. I got 4 quilted Christmas stockings, 2 quilted pillowcases, 2 quilted pillows, and my son and daughter-in-law's anniversary quilt sewn.
You are quick, Lana.
I burned out, but I did all 6 of my grandkids' quilts. The quilts that I have made have been given as gifts. I don't have any. I have a couple that I've got the quilt top done. I just have to sandwich it, and I'm not supposed to get down on my knees. I'm not supposed to bend or anything like
Do it
that.
on the bed.
So
Do it on the bed. I
kills
bought
my
one of those
back.
things at Joann's. It's a cardboard, like, it's got all kinds of stuff on it, but it's really big. Fits on my queen size bed. I put that on there, and that's how I sandwich my quilts.
Well, I have a full size bed, but I've done it that way before, but there's a bunch of my friends from high school get together. Like Mom and I stopped by and saw them yesterday. On Mondays, sometimes they get together up at the Baptist Church here in Manford, and uh, if I bring in a quilt with my quilting safety pins and stuff, we all just go out. They have a great big huge floor that we all lay everything out. They help me sandwich it, they help me pin it. We all just get down and start pinning, which is great.
How fun. I know I got my Easter quilt over here. It's almost done. Um, Sure. When I see the meaning of the word and which doesn't fit in the sentence, someone has commented in chat. Then I ask for that word. He says, hi, Gayla,
That's
and then
fine.
Frank.
You need to do that so you know the meaning and understanding of the word. That will help you understand it. Just ask. We don't mind answering.
You need to put them on the. Oh, okay. I got some in my photos here. I could do that. Put them on there. Gosh, quilt around the world, trip around the world, and my wonky quilt and my log cabin. I've done a lot. Oh, and
I'm
the
doing
Dresden.
I'm doing a crazier eight. You use a layer cake, and I've got it all cut, and I've got a bunch of the blocks sewn together, but it's at my house, and I'm not.
Gonna go get it.
I've got one going here. Plus, I've got a couple of quilt kits here to work on. But like I'm doing everything else too. You know, I've got 5D diamond going already. Uh, I've got cross stitch going. I've got needle tatting and shuttle tatting going. I've got Battenberg lace going.
I've
I've
got
got
my
two pairs of
elephant.
socks going on knitting
Oh,
needles.
do you do because I got my elephant. Do you do FPP and EPP?
Yes. Well,
Both.
the EPP is my hexie. I showed you that earlier.
Mhm.
The FPP, I've got that elephant right here too.
Have you started it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The only problem is we thought we flipped a breaker because we turned on the ACs at mom's. We've been just running fans, but it's in the 90s, mid 90s and up. And we turned on the ACs and she burned a breaker. She blew a breaker. So the side that I got my sewing machine set up on is
Good night,
not
Chair.
working. It's not working.
Oh, I get that. Okay, gorgeous ladies, it's time to sleep.
What did you
So I
say,
say good
Gladys?
night
I said,
and
tell
goodbye.
him, good night this year.
Oh, good night, Sheer.
Good night, Cher. Pleasant dreams. It's midnight where he's at. Well, 11:30, almost midnight. Oh no, it is
Yeah,
midnight.
it
Yeah.
just turned 2 o'clock here.
He said, "Nice talking to you, Lana. I can understand your English almost 95%."
That's awesome. If there's anything that you need help understanding, just ask, Sheer. We'll help you. We'll answer
Yep,
questions.
we will definitely help you. And he says, "Bye bye and take care." You too.
I'm glad he understood.
He's a teacher and he's also a chef.
No,
I
he's
try
not.
to explain,
Right.
you know, with James having disabilities, I've always had to explain on a more simpler term. And let me tell you, if I can teach him how to sew and quilt, I want to teach anybody. It's like I had a girl come in when I was teaching classes at Hobby Lobby. I had a girl come in she crocheted lap gowns and took them to the nursing homes for the people in the nursing homes. And she wanted to learn how to knit. So her
Sounds
mom
like
signed
me.
her up. So her mom signed her up for my summer class. And when she cast on, I could not forcefully move her stitches on the knitting needles. They would not move.
They were that tight.
They were that tight.
Wow.
By the time she left my class, she had designed a purse pattern for her bestie, and she made each section a different knit pattern. And years later, I ran into her. I went in, I stopped at Quick Trip in Owasso, and I had to go to the bathroom. So I ran in, and there was this lady that opened the door for me, grinning ear to ear. And I'm thinking, oh, okay, that's weird. I came out, and she's still standing there grinning. And it's like, she came up to me and approached me. And it's like, do you remember me? And it's like, I'm sorry, I don't. And she goes, do you remember her? And she pointed over to the car, and her daughter's sitting in the car. And it's like, yes, I do. And her daughter had a question for me. So I answered her question for her. But her mom thanked me again for teaching her how to knit. It was so cool. They remembered me years later. Was just, it blew my mind.
Susan here has been trying to teach me. She says, we caught 30 adult cats and 6 kittens so far. I will be so happy for them to get new homes. And then she says,
That's
hi, Kathy,
awesome.
Gladys, Lana, and Chat. She had a whole bunch. I mean, a
Hi,
whole
Deb.
bunch of
Hi,
cats
Susan.
in her yard that she's been feeding.
Oh my goodness.
So they're going to take them and get them fixed and their shots
That's awesome.
and try to find them new homes.
That's awesome.
I'm so happy about that. I really am.
When we went to my first cousin's funeral on the 21st of last month, his daughter, I hadn't seen her since she's little. She asked me, she's got a dog that she can't keep. And I told her, made the comment that I had lost my emotional support dog. She goes, do you want one? I said, what do you have? She's got a toy poodle that is AKC registered and is already an emotional support dog. He's got all the papers.
Oh,
and
wow.
It's like, yes, but I can't take him until after September 22nd, because I'm going to be in Washington for a month.
When are you coming up here?
August 21st through September 22nd.
Oh, you'll be here for my birthday. My birthday is the 25th of August.
Well, we got to get together. So my regular phone went black screen on me, Kathy.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to call me, text me, whatever, because I don't have your number. I can't do that. I can't see the screen to pull it up from my other phone. I had to take back the phone I loaned James, but it's got his numbers in it, not mine, and I don't have yours. So
Okay.
I've got my SIM card in his phone now, but you need to call me
Or
so that
I could private message you and give it to you.
you could do that too, sweetie.
That way you know it's me.
Yeah. Now that now that you already did it, I've got you in there now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if you'll do that, then we can get in contact while I'm there.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I'd like to see you.
Me too. Same here.
What's your shirt say?
California. Don't look.
Ah,
I'm in Washington.
I know.
I don't know California.
How far are you going to be from Seattle, Kenmore area?
I'm like maybe 15 minutes from Seattle.
Wow. I'll be coming into SeaTac, but
Mm-hmm.
I'll be staying in Kenmore.
I'm in Redmond.
Okay.
You ever heard of that?
I need to pull out Joe's Trucker's Atlas so I can look at it.
It's next door
I've
to
only been to Seattle twice, and the last time was when I had to take my husband off of life support. So
I'm next door to Kirkland.
okay.
They're my neighbors.
Anyways, so I told my brother, he came up, he flew into Oklahoma City and rented a car and drove up and picked us up September 1st. We threw our bags in the car and took off. And we spent 10 days on the road and went to Wyoming and stuff, where we
how fun.
We took mom and dad for their 60th wedding anniversary 4.5 years ago, and memorialized Joe there. And so he came up in September and took us to memorialize Dad. And we spent 10 days at Jenny Lake Lodge and went to Yellowstone and went to some places we hadn't been and went to places we had been. And he came home for Christmas and he's going to fly us out. He's already bought the tickets. He's flying us out to Seattle for a month. He said we could stay as long as we want, but plan on staying at least a month. So we're going to go spend a month. And he said there's a couple of, I've never gotten, I mean, when Joe passed and he came and picked me up from the hospital, we drove around the Space Needle, but I've never been in the Space Needle. I've never gotten to
you gotta go.
I've never gotten to go on to a ferry. We watched the ferries take off while I was there this last time in 2018. The time before that, I was there for the 4th of July in 2002. But
there's some ferries that you can eat on them.
Well, he's going to take us on the ferry. I want to go to the first original Starbucks across from Pike Place Market. I want to go to Pike Place Market. I had bought in 2002, I had bought an ocarina there, and I want to see if I can find anybody there selling ocarinas again. I'd like to get another ocarina.
There probably are.
I don't know. I've eaten there, and Jeff and I ate upstairs, but I'd like to go. I bought the last time I was there in 2018, I bought some sock yarn for my mom. Some wool sock yarn.
Again, right?
But
is your mom going to come with you?
Yes, I won't leave her. I just told him I need a different kind of closure to Seattle than what I had last time.
Right.
But we're gonna go camping. We're gonna do a little hiking. Jeff's getting everything ready because Mom can't go very far before her heart starts acting up. But we're gonna camp out one night, and I don't know where. He said he's never been, but it's wanted to go, so we're gonna go do that.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I love road trips and things like that. You know,
he's trying to get us out of Oklahoma heat.
Well, you definitely won't have it up here. He's right about that. I mean, like right now, it's 57.
It's supposed to be 95 today. That's not heat index. That's temperature. It was 95 the other day, and it was 100. And this was like 9 o'clock or 9:30 in the morning. It was 95 out with 104 heat index.
No.
What are you frowning for? It's 57. Oh,
I know.
I know. He said, make sure you bring something warm to wear.
That's part of the reason I left California. Because
it's so different because you're just north of California. It seems like that little bit wouldn't make that big of a difference, but it does. I've been to California. I used to work for Multimedia Games, installing slot machines in casinos, and yeah, it's warm there.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we went through Arizona, New Mexico, been to El Paso. That was hot. We stayed in El Paso. Oh my goodness, that was hot.
Well, even the beaches now, they're usually 72, 75 up in that area. They're really hot. You get no relief.
Really? I don't want
apartments out there, the apartments out there, they don't have air conditioning because you never really needed it. But Newport and Huntington Beach, Long Beach, they're all really super hot now.
I've not been to any of those beaches.
No.
He took me, there was a beach out on the peninsula he took me to for the 4th of July. And I had a turtleneck, a sweater, and a windbreaker on. And we had to go garage sailing the next morning, and I had to buy a coat to layer over that. I had 4 layers on and about froze to death, but I got to ride a Clydesdale.
That was in
2002.
Disneyland. You don't want to go to Disneyland in the summertime.
Ben, he had a conference. This was after Joe passed. He had a conference in California, and he was staying in the same town, Disneyland, in the same city Disneyland is in, and
Anaheim.
Anaheim, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the hotel was not that far from Disneyland, and he bought an all-day pass, and it's like, I'm directionally challenged to start with. I hadn't been to Disneyland since I was 4.
Oh, wow.
I've never seen Disney World open. I got to watch the film before it opened of what it was going to be like, but that was pre-teen years. But
Well,
I
went
got
to
there,
Disneyland
and
about 1,000 times, but never Disney World.
and his partner took me and took off like a kid in a candy store, and I like freaked out. Too many people. I'm severely claustrophobic. Too many people, and I get turned around and have anxiety attacks when I feel lost.
Uh-huh.
And I told him, I said, it was the worst. I'll never do it again. It was the worst time ever. Worst.
Well, do it, but go with somebody.
I need to go with somebody who won't leave me.
Right.
You know, the more I'm on my feet, the bigger my left knee swells up. They want to do a knee replacement, and that can't happen. I don't tolerate anesthetics well.
You can rent a wheelchair.
Well, I don't want to push around in a wheelchair either. I don't mind walking as long as I'm not left behind.
And those lines can be murder sometimes.
I wouldn't know. I didn't get in very many of them at all. I basically sat, got something to drink, and sat in the one of those little restaurant things, outside restaurant things, or I was in a shop looking around. I bought t-shirts for the grandkids, you know, but I just did not enjoy myself at all.
I'm sorry. That person never should have taken off and left you.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. Because
Oh,
Disneyland
it's okay.
is fun.
It's
and
okay.
that's very fun.
When Jeff came and picked us up and took us to Wyoming, you know, the car ride was long, but it was more fun than flying in.
Mm-hmm.
We flew in the first time 4.5 years ago. We flew in, but oh my goodness, I just love that area. And if I had my druthers, that's probably where I would live.
Wyoming?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Jackson, well, not Jackson Hole, Teton Village, Wyoming.
It's
at
so
the base of the
densely
mountains.
populated, you
At
know.
the base of the mountains. We stayed in well, 4.5 years ago, we stayed in a condo, and it was amazing. Amazing. A bear walked beside Mom's window when she was taking a nap, and she had opened the window all the way out.
Uh-oh.
She thought it was a big black dog. It was a black bear. And then one time when I went to check on my dad, he was taking a nap. There were 2 deer laying in the grass right outside his side of the bed window. It was so cool.
Yeah, it's like that in Wyoming. Beautiful
I love
country.
it. Love
Beautiful.
it. Love it. I could have reached my hand out and pet the bison, the buffalo, the bison that was walking beside the car. And this last time we were there, I got within 7 or 8 foot of one laying on the ground. Great big huge sucker. And I just stood there and just looked at him, and he was cool, but I mean, it was like right there right up in there was a piece of grass, patch of grass between two roads, and there was a lodge or something there, and it's like we had stopped and there he was, and it's like, this is so cool. I got pictures, of course. I love pictures. But I worry about Yellowstone. A lot going on with Yellowstone right now.
Such as?
Uh, a bunch of earthquakes.
No.
The change in, yeah, it's going to blow at some point. Don't know if it'll be in our lifetime, but it's going to go, and it is a super volcano.
Well, Mount St. Helens blew 40
Yeah,
years
but this,
ago, so
if Yellowstone goes, Mount St. Helens isn't a super volcano.
no.
If Yellowstone goes, it is massive. There will be some kind of ash fall across 99% of the United States, but they're saying within 1,000 kilometers of the actual volcano.
Do they think it's going to blow?
They're really watching it close right now. They've closed the park a couple of times, but don't know. It will eventually. It's done it 3 times already, but I just, it's like I told Jeff, if it blows, you'll be vaporized. He said, yeah, won't that be cool? I was like, no,
Not
it
really.
won't. Well, no pain.
Why will he be vaporized? Where does he live?
Kenmore, Washington.
Yeah, and
You're
that means
close
I will
enough.
be.
Yeah, but it's a super volcano. It's like, I don't know how many times greater than Mount St. Helens. I think they said 600 and something percent greater than Mount St. Helens. It's
Oh, wow.
massive. It's massive, but it's changing. So I don't know. I've just kind of been, and there's a lot of fake news out there too. You got to take what you read with a grain of salt. I'm just listening to the scientists.
There's a lot of clickbait.
I'm just listening to the scientists,
Uh-huh.
but there's a lot of changes. In 1 month, there were over 100 earthquakes. Now they're microbursts. So they're not big. They're less than 3 on the Richter scale,
Yeah, we had one of those the other night.
We have,
Earthquake.
let's see, we've had 5.1. And when that hit, I ran for the TV because it was rocking, but you heard a boom first. And it was miles and miles from us. But Joe grabbed this was when he was still alive. He grabbed the center island, he's going, what, hanging on. He's like, what in the world is that? It's like, it's an earthquake, and my TV's rocking, and I'm hanging on to the big screen TV. But we had another one.
Goodbye, Loretta. You have a great day. Thank you for coming. Thank you.
We had another one in Prague, Oklahoma, and that's quite a ways away. It was a 4.9, and everything shook. You could feel the waves. It's like we don't get most of ours, I think, in Oklahoma are from fracking. Hate to say that.
California, the worst one I was in was a 7.4.
I
And
can't even imagine.
I was in the Northridge earthquake.
Oh, I can't even imagine.
I was so bad that Jen was sitting in the middle of her bedroom, and I was trying to get to her, and I was stuck in the door frame of my bedroom door. I couldn't move. And the pool downstairs was emptying out into all the apartments on the first floor. Yeah, it was really bad.
Yes.
Yeah,
I can't even imagine. Our biggest thing here is more tornadoes.
I've never been one.
You don't want to. I watched one hit a church that my mom, my grandparents, and James was in.
Were they
It's
there at
not,
the time?
huh?
Were they there at the time?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my God.
He freaks out in storms still.
I don't blame him.
He freaks out. It's like the one that hit Barnstall not that long ago. Just white Barnstall, and actually Bartlesville, where the babies are, took a direct hit. It missed them. Thank God it missed them. I freaked out because she wasn't answering, and it's like I was freaking out. And I finally got the answer. They were okay. They had a lot of tree damage, but from what she could tell, the house was okay. It had landed on the street behind them, like 4 or 5 houses up on the street behind them, and bounced and then hit a hotel that was there.
You never know with Mother Nature.
No. And the thing I'm because I watch a lot, because we are more, if I lived in California, I'd probably watch more about earthquakes, but because we're in Tornado Alley, we are one of the 3 tornado alleys. Uh, I watch a lot about that. And um, I was in, not just recently, last month, I was taking my nephew. He had helped me at my house, and I was going in to ship something UPS to the UPS store in Sand Springs. And as I'm entering, the sirens are going off, going into Sand Springs. And his mom called and says, "Where are you right now? Right now." They just sounded the tornado warning sirens.
You're like, I heard it.
When we've ended up this year, I think this tornado season last month, we ended up, mom and I sat in the hallway with pillows and blankets and stuff. More this last year, this year, last month, than we have for a long time. Are you all kitted up? Awesome. Do you have your numbers on them?
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Awesome. 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 Where do you put your numbers?
Inside the right here.
Oh, do you?
Uh-huh.
I put mine on the top and then just peel them off.
So I
And
know
then
where it's at.
and then I use those stickers and stick them on the Ziploc bags. I save all my leftovers in their own, these Ziploc. What did I do with it? These Ziploc jewelry Ziploc bags I get.
Hang
Now
on, I gotta go.
I do get the bigger one, the 3x5 or whatever, for the ones
Hmm.
that are like when you have a lot of colors of one kind, they don't always fit in here.
I know.
But I use the bigger ones for that. But these, I label each one and save their colors in their own bags. And I have all my leftover stones. I don't combine them, because if I'm short on a kit, I go and check all my other leftover colors to see if they match. Do you start down there?
Yep.
Why don't you start at the top?
Because I like to work from the bottom up.
Really? You don't knock your beads off?
Uh-uh. Yep. Just be careful what you're doing.
I start at the top left-hand corner.
I used to, but I just find that it's a lot. My dolphin I started at the top, and I just find that it's a lot easier to do it from the bottom up.
Do you have a light board?
Yes,
Do you use it often?
sometimes if I need it.
I brought my light board over here because one of the 5D diamond I've got going right now is really dark and requires a light board to see everything.
You guys probably can't see what I'm doing. There we go.
I can.
Can you? The thing wasn't in the way?
No, you could see over the top of it.
The only thing is you make sure you pick up the diamond the right way.
Are
You
you
don't want
doing square or round?
brown tops.
Have you tried square?
No, I don't think I ever have.
Squares are a lot more finicky so that you don't see through them. I thought, oh, I want that, until I got a great big one that's square, and it's like, oh, I don't want these.
Hey, what do you expect for a penny here, you know?
I'd rather have the round. James prefers the round too.
Does James do a lot of these?
Yes,
Yeah, keeps him busy.
yes. Matter of fact, I got him a 10-pack of rainbows and waterfalls, and he and a friend's been working on it, and they've gotten 7 of the 10 done so far, but he's selling his. uh he's got a couple more 10 packs. One's fall and one's like
Hmm.
summerish, and then uh I bought
Oops.
him a couple metallic ones with special stones, and I bought him I want to get him a bigger one. I've seen 2-pack ones. I need to go and check because Wish carries a lot of that. I need to check Timu, I guess. I've never ordered from them, but I know not to buy clothes through Wish. I like I said, I don't do Wish anymore, but I bought some clothing through Wish, and it's like super, super, super thin. I mean, it was not good quality, but everything else I bought from them was. So,
This shirt that I got that has a snowman on it is so cute. I love it. It was a good investment. I'm thinking about getting another one, different color. That's how good quality it was. I wish I was wearing it. You could see it, but
is it thick or thin?
it's thick. It's for like the cold.
Like a sweatshirt kind of thick?
A little bit thinner than that, but yeah, you're on the right track. Very, very, very comfortable.
The clothing I bought from Wish was thinner than t-shirt material. I mean, it just wasn't, and it was supposed to be like a cover up, like a long sleeve, kind of like a cardigan, but it was asymmetrical. I bought it for my sister-in-law for her birthday, and I was so disappointed with the quality.
Yeah,
I
they got.
said, not again.
I don't know about other things on there. I just know about what I
I bought chopsticks uh to
chopsticks.
do my to blend my fibers when I'm spinning my wool, to blend my wools when I dye wools and stuff, to blend it. I bought chopsticks to make my Rolex and stuff out of, and I was so pleased with the quality. I bought a lot of kitchen stuff. Pleased with everything I got there. The clothing's the only thing that I got that I was not happy with.
They got a lot of stuff.
I see their ads all the time. I just,
Crafts. A lot of crafts. A lot of
oh, that could
quilting.
be, when it comes to me, that could be very dangerous, Kathy.
Me too. And you just have to get what you want and then walk away. But you could get a ton of stuff. Let's say, okay, let's say your budget's $100. All right. You could walk out of there with 60 plus items and still have a little bit left over.
I got birthday money.
There you go.
I haven't spent yet.
There you go. I think it's You just got to go see it. It's unbelievable what they have. Unbelievable. And I got mine. Well, like I said, I ordered it for Christmas, and I got it in plenty of time for Christmas. And I'm very happy with everything I got.
Shipping time is good on them.
Yep,
It wasn't with Wish.
I know. I did Wish a couple times, and then I found T-mail. I go, yes, see you later, Wish. Took them out of my thing.
See, if I were doing it from the bottom up, I'd have my hands all in the glue. It would no longer be tacky on the.
Oh, you just got to pay attention to what you're doing. It's
I
not
thought
hard.
about printing a picture onto a blank canvas,
Hmm.
and you can take double-sided tape. You can take any cross stitch pattern
Uh-huh.
and print it onto laminate. I mean, not laminate. Uh, yeah, laminate paper. I mean, not, it's not paper. It's just, you don't laminate. This is the clear plastic pages.
Like this.
You could,
Kind
no, clear plastic page. Yeah, no thicker than that.
thicker. Okay.
You can just print on that, and then you take double-sided tape and you just lay it over the top, and you can 5D diamond it. And then when you're done, you seal the back and you turn it over, and you've got the picture in reverse.
Wow, that sounds cool.
It turns, I mean, it shows you how to join the pages together. So if they're overlapped, it shows you how to do that. I mean, it turns out absolutely gorgeous.
Sounds like it.
But you can make your own 5D diamond out of anything.
I did not
The
know
only
that either.
problem is some of my heaven and earth designs have 50 pages or more.
Only 50?
Well, I think mom's garden gate that has the 238 or 48 colors, that one's 49 pages. No, seasons. My seasons is 49 pages.
The thing with this diamond art is
I just can't do it off of paper anymore. I used to
it's
do all my cross stitch from paper patterns.
well, it seems like every other one is a different one. You know, right
Oh,
here in this little area, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different right here, just right here.
yeah, that's what in cross stitch we would call confetti.
Yeah, that's confetti, all right.
And the more colors you have, the more confetti you have.
Gosh. Okay.
As the one I showed you that I've got 26,000 stitches, those are not solid. I still have a lot of stitches in between to do, but it's very confetti.
Okay, watch. The number's going to come out on this one. Come on. Okay. Now, I cut the number off of the little bag thing that it was in. So
Yeah.
I know that this is number 16.
The only problem with that is those bags have static. And when you put it in with the beads, you're causing static to transfer to the beads.
Uh, it's a cheap one anyway, so
Uh, so you look at your key to find out what color 16, I mean, what symbol 16 is.
yeah, 16 is Q, and that's what I'm on. And so I know that's the color I need. It's all listed right here.
I have some of those that uh contain those containers, but mine I like the clear. I don't like the colored ones.
Well, I got these because they were on sale.
I bought 10 boxes of those because they had them on sale.
Hmm.
10 boxes like, and they've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 28 total. I got 10 of them at a real cheap price.
I don't know about you, Lana, but we live on a budget.
I've also got, I have to too. I got the Tic Tac box kind. I like the Tic Tac box ones. They hold a lot more stones in them than those 28.
Tic Tac.
Tic Tac, like the Tic Tac boxes come in. If you ever buy Tic Tacs, save your boxes. You can use them to put 5D diamonds in.
Oh, the Tic Tac, the stuff you eat.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
okay, I got one.
boxes that they come in, you can buy those in a set. But if you buy Tic Tacs, save your boxes. Don't throw them away because you can use those in your 5D diamonds.
Right here.
Yep. Save
I've
that.
been hanging on to it for a long time. I don't know why.
You can buy those in a set like you did your 28 there.
Uh-huh.
I don't know that they're as big as the Tic Tac boxes, but you can put your 5D diamond, the ones that have more stones in them, more of the same color. It holds a lot more than those little ones do.
Thank you. That's good advice. Thank you very much. I'm any help I'm open for, anything. I'm not picky.
Well, they call them Tic Tac boxes because they look just like the boxes that Tic Tacs come in. Repurpose your Tic Tac boxes.
I wish oh man, I eat them and I throw them away. And I think I kept this one. So I remember which one.
You pay for them once. Why pay for it again?
Right. Everything costs so much money nowadays.
It's just like you could even use medicine bottles, Kathy.
I got a bunch of those too.
Yeah. I started throwing them away because my dad would give me all of his, but I got my own.
I'm sorry, I don't need that many, right?
Exactly. But you can even use medicine bottles. As long as they're sealed where they won't dump out, what difference does it make?
True. Okay, well that's all the cute.
It's already paid for too, so
It's just, amazing. Yeah. The things that you can use reuse.
Repurpose.
Right.
Yes, exactly. And I'm learning to repurpose more and more.
Thought I had one and I didn't. I'm glad that you were here to tell me because that'll save me some money.
I mean, for a project that's got a lot of stones, you could use that instead of using 2 of your boxes that you might need for colors.
Do you do Christmas diamond art?
Yeah, I did. I bought 3 stretched canvas with LED lights, 5D, the diamond painting. And one is my favorite. It's like an Elizabethan maybe age. I mean the old time with the big skirts, the full skirts, full dresses with the bonnets and stuff, and the old like Model T cars and stuff. But the lights light up, the lights in the windows light up. It shows through the diamonds.
Oh, how pretty.
Oh, they're gorgeous. They're gorgeous.
I've not done that one yet or anything like that. I would like to. I've seen them.
I buy a lot of mine from Paint with Diamonds.
Paint with Diamonds.
They've got beautiful stuff. I buy a lot of mine wherever.
There's another one, Diamond Art or Diamond
Art Club. Diamond Art Club.
Yeah.
Yep. I buy from them too.
I mean, there's just so many different pretty, that, okay, so like, what's K? K is 14. 12, 14. 14's hanging out over here by itself in the corner. I found that this would be easier for me to keep track of, what's what
Mm-hmm. It is.
by doing it this way.
I bought a label gun, a label maker. It's not a gun, it's a label maker that prints out the perfect size labels for those Tic Tac boxes.
That would be handy to have.
It is. That's why I bought it.
I mean, that would be really handy to have. Oops.
That way I don't have to always write them out.
I'm all talking, not paying attention.
I know. I'm having to count here because I'm working on my
I forgot the number
padding.
in there. Okay. So,
And this is a size 30 thread I've never done before, and it's finer than, I'm not going to say finer than frog's hair. That would be the 80, but
is it cotton thread?
yeah, this is crochet thread. 100% cotton crochet thread.
Wow.
Now, I don't know that everything is cotton. Like my 80, I think I buy it through Handy Hands.
Mm-hmm.
Because Hobby Lobby doesn't carry it, Walmart doesn't carry it.
Yeah, sometimes you have to look online and see what's what.
And Walmart keeps lessening their sewing section and crafting section, and they've got less yarn and less cross stitch, and
Yep. Making it smaller and
they keep
smaller.
shrinking it. Yeah. And it's like, stop it. Some of us still do this.
I'm thinking they want to get rid of it, or just do it online.
Well, there's only one place in Tulsa that sells needlework stuff. I mean, I go and get my cross stitch fabric but I bought a yard of 25 count cross stitch fabric right before my birthday, and it was $70.
25 count? Ooh, that's
Yeah.
small.
That's what I'm doing, Mom's. That's what I did her restart on, and that's what I'm doing the garden gate on too, is the 25 count.
I like the 14.
That's too big. I go in when I go to Walmart, I'll go right to the cross stitch section. They don't even carry much DMC, but I'll go to the cross stitch section, and most of the time I can find 18 count, and I'll buy, usually it's not more than 3 that they have hanging there, but I'll buy their 3 18 count rolls. And then
Michael's.
mom does blanket stitch around it for me. That gives her something that she can sit and do.
Uh-huh. What about Michael's?
That's part of the reason why I had to do the restart after I put in almost 4,000 stitches on her secret garden, is the fabric was so starched and so stiff, it was cutting my threads as I was trying to stitch.
Oh, wow.
So that's why, and I was doing 28 count on that. So I went to 25, which is a little bit bigger, but it's much softer. It's much softer. It's not as stiff. This is DMC too. This is Charles Craft 28 count Monaco. I bought this at Michael's. And this is Now I've parked threads, so ignore the threads. But
Yeah.
this is almost 4,000 stitches. And every time I try to stitch, it cuts my threads. And I got fed up with it, so I redid. I started over. And this is tiny, 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 tiny stitches.
Yeah, 25.
28.
28. Oh, that's even tinier.
Yeah, this is 1/1 full cross stitch. And what I'm doing on the 25 count is 2/1 10th stitch, which is a half cross stitch. It still makes it solid. It fills it in, but I don't have to take the time to go back and cross it. And I like to loop start my cross stitch. It's just a lot easier to loop start it. And I just take a piece of thread and I just stitch until it's all used up. So wherever I stitch. But when I'm doing Royal Rose method, which is where you just do a 10 by 10 or 10 by 20 tower, like 10 across and 20 down, and you just fill in that area only. And you park your thread on the next section, Well, I was doing it that way, and I was doing it that way when I restarted my seasons, and I actually did it that way for a bit into my seasons, but then I changed, and it's like I'm just taking a thread and stitching until that thread runs out, and then I'll grab either the same color or change colors. But
Live and learn, huh?
die and forget it all.
Yeah. I haven't heard that.
Live and learn, die and forget it all. But most of the stuff I do, I've taught myself reading a lot, researching. Now they've got YouTube. So, I've gone, took me 6 years for the light bulb to come on for shuttle tatting. I bought a how to knit, crochet, and tat book, and tatting just did not make sense. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, you silly, you were making it so much harder than what it actually is. So now I work on I change around, but I work on a little bit on stuff all the time.
Right.
So it's like I don't just say, okay, today I'm going to do cross stitch. I may do some tatting and then go to the cross stitch and do a little Battenberg or lace making or whatever, or some spinning, or I'll get up and I'll go and I'll do some quilting and then come back to tatting, or I'm constantly changing. I don't burn out on any one thing, but I'm keeping the how to fresh in my mind.
Exactly. That's kind of like what I try to do, kind of.
Yeah, it's like I'll dig out now. When I start 5D diamonding, I can 5D diamond for hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I tend to do that.
Going and going and going. See, it doesn't have much shine to the diamonds here.
Yeah, they're opaque. They're the flat colors. My hot air balloon here is the same way. I noticed that they're opaque and flat color, although the canvas is sparkly, but it's not going to matter. The stones are going to basically cover it. And this I bought off of Amazon. So
all the Christmas like the trinkets that you hang from the tree and stuff like that. And
sun catchers,
kind of, but they're the ornaments. Those were all
ornaments.
Yeah, those were all shiny. The ones that I did for the advent
Yes,
calendar.
some are metallic, some are opaque.
That was really shiny. And then I've
And
had a hard time.
I've done some partial ones like trees and stuff, and they had the specialty stones where they were like marquee shaped, where it was like a marquee pointed at both ends and round in the middle. And then there's round ones, different size round ones. And then there's pear shaped ones, different size pear shaped ones, and they're metallic on the back. But then there's the AB stones, which is Aurora Borealis, and you can tell those because you look at all the other ones and they look kind of flat. They might be shiny, but they look kind of, just one color. But then you get the AB kind, the Aurora Borealis, and it's like the iridescent. You can tip it and see different colors. It's iridescent, all different colors in there, and those are AB stones, and those are in the Diamond Art Club and paint with diamonds. And
Yeah, there's
but I love the paint with diamonds and the Diamond Art Club. Their fabric is fabulous.
not sure that
I got some that are they're just, I've got 3 that are Indian women.
Hi
They've got
Lisa.
the
Hi
paints and
Deb.
the head dresses and stuff on them. But
Yeah, there's so many different, it's just wow. Deb and Lisa came in. Hi ladies, welcome. Working and lurking, says Lisa. I like that, working and lurking. And the thing about
hi,
diamond art
Lisa.
is easy to clean up. Yeah, it's Lisa, the awkward quilter.
Yep. Hi, Lisa.
Okay, now make sure the lids are on here real tight. Yep.
It's showing there's 17 people in here. I don't know if that there is, but
Well,
everybody's
altogether,
awfully quiet.
there could be people lurking.
Yeah, people are awfully quiet,
Yeah.
and I'm just yakking away, and I'm tired of talking.
We'll have a yakking good time.
Do you have anybody have any questions about any craft? You asked me what crafts I don't do.
He doesn't do the yo-yos.
I have. I just haven't done I have a project in my Thimbleberry book that I want to do, and it's a tabletop or a placemat. I think it's like, I would call it a tabletopper, but it's a Christmas tree.
Ooh.
Yeah. But it's square, rectangular, something like that. But
Is it one of those that opens up on the table? And it opens up.
nope, it's just yo-yos sewn together to make a different colored yo-yos to make a Christmas tree.
That would take a long time.
My grandmother made us out of, my mom used to sew all of our clothes, and that was back in the 60s and 70s when polyester was clothes. And she took all of the scrap fabric and made yo-yo quilt tops, blankets, whatever, quilt tops.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Man, that probably took her a long time.
Yeah, she made doll clothes out of all of the scrap fabrics too for my Barbie dolls.
You ever make any doll clothes?
Sure.
Yeah.
I have a granddaughter. She's not into Barbies anymore. She's going to be 13 in September. My grandson, day after my birthday, so it would have been a week ago Sunday, turned 21, my oldest.
Wow.
And this coming up Friday, my next one down is turning 18. And then I have my granddaughter who'll be 13 in September. And then the babies are 6 and 4. Got to spend, oh, I don't know how many hours we spent together on Saturday. or Sunday. We got together Sunday because Saturday I got together with my 3 older grandkids, and then Sunday got together, day after my birthday, I got together with my 3 younger grandkids. It was fun.
Lorraine answered your question, Lana. She says, we are all just listening. Listening, but not a thing about what we're doing, right? No.
Well, my younger son has my 3 older grandkids, and my older son has my 3 younger grandkids. And let's see, Zach will be 7
Mhm.
in November 15th. And then the twins, the identical twins, are turning 5 and starting school. Well, but this year they'll be starting school, but they'll be turning 5 November 1st already.
Can you tell the twins apart?
Absolutely.
Sometimes with identical twins, it's hard.
Well, and if I have to study sometimes a little harder, but if I have any question, all I got to do is pull up there, because Jordan has a birthmark on his belly.
Mhm.
But no,
Pull
I
up their
can
shirt.
tell. I can tell. Jordan runs to me first and just runs and leaps. But they like stand up
Catch
to
me.
they stand up to my chest already, and they're 4.
How tall are you?
I've shrunk 3 inches. I'm 5'4" now.
I shrunk 4 inches. I'm 5'6".
5 years ago when Joe died, 5.5 years ago, I was 5'7".
I was 5'10".
When Dad died, I was 5'5 1/4", and that was a year ago.
Yeah,
And they did a bone density scan and says I have osteo, and now I'm 5'4".
I shrunk because I shrunk. And it's
Because
like,
you shrunk.
yeah, I'm looking eye to eye to my daughter now.
I'm still just a little taller than my mom. My mom thinks she's shrinking too, but she was 5'2". I don't know if she shrunk that much. Bless you, Mom.
Oh, okay. Does anybody have any questions? Because it's getting about that time. Gladys is on top of it.
No
Bye,
Thank you,
questions, right?
Gladys. No questions. Okay, I want to thank Lana for coming. Nice to have a special guest on here every once in a great while. And I thank you very much for coming, Lana. And we'll talk soon. And Gladys, thank you very much for being here. I'll see you tomorrow. Everybody have a great day. And thank you all for coming, okay?
Did you finish your elephant? Your FPP
No,
elephant? Neither have I.
no. I'm on the bottom of the trunk.
Oh, well, it's here, so I need to work on it. Have a good day. Love you, Kathy.
We do open Zooms on Saturdays where it's not live like this. It's just people that come on.
You need to
Private.
send me that info and I'll get on.
Okay, will do. Okay,
Bye,
bye everybody.
Gladys.
Bye.
Have a
Bye,
great
Kathy.
day.
Love you,
Bye-bye.
lady.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye, Gladys.
Bye, everyone.
Okay, end the stream.